My name is Merrill, and my band is called Tuneyards, and I started playing drums mostly because I heard that I needed drums. I was playing ukulele songs and I was doing rhythms on the looping pedal, and I just thought what I want is a floor tom. So yeah, so that's the way it started. I just wanted to play drums, and I had a vision of myself standing and playing drums. So I play a floor tom on my right, snare on my left, and feel very empowered doing so.
What's the boy to do if I'll never be a gangster? I know the South, but I'll never be a gangster. Moving to a zero, I'll never make a sound.
Tuneyards, I guess it came about because I was in another band, and one of the band members was on tour a lot, and I was working on these other songs, and I decided I needed music to do on my own while he was on tour. Open mics and really small shows, started booking shows for myself, drove myself around in a little Chevy for a long time with my same floor tom that I use now with a super dead head. And with looping it's hard because if the drum has any ring at all, it'll start feeding back almost immediately, so I really make the head really dead. And you know, loop it, try to get a super like thuddy, bumpy sound, and a snappy snare. Also can't have much ring, so it's been interesting learning. I've learned a lot about drums just by, you know, learned how to tune drums because I had to deal with that. So it's been a learning experience. I'll tell you about my pact. My pact with myself was I never thought it would come true, but I've always had Rolling Stone in my life as a magazine, I guess, and my grandpa thought it was something that I would want to have, so we keep getting this subscription, and every time it's a man on the cover, and when there's a woman on the cover, her tits are accentuated, excuse my language. There's something about her sexuality that's accentuated, and so I made this pact with myself that I would never do a feature inside Rolling Stone unless I was on the cover. And when I found Tom Tom magazine, I was like, what are you talking about? There's a magazine that like is only about women, and secondly, not about women in relation to men, and thirdly, about women musicians, and also drummers, which, you know, is a like, it's not about women like, you know, singers who sing in really high-pitched voices. It's about drummers, and that really was so revolutionary to me. So every time I get an issue, I'm like, you know, I read it again and again and again, and I don't know, it's just really inspiring. And also everything about stories from other women musicians, make more stories about women musicians possible. And in my experience being a woman musician, you know, I meet women all the time, and they're like, thank you so much, I didn't think I could do this.
Fall down. Well, will you hear the sound? 10,000 voices lost and found.